Hey guys, what is up? Today is Sunday. I'm sorry if I sound like shit. I think I caught what my dude had. We're supposed to go to this benefit. I'm waiting to see if we are going or if we're not. I'm gonna give y'all an update. Friday, I found out that it was a little freaking hiccup. It was a misunderstanding with it. So, right now, everything's still being processed. It's still having to, be waiting it out and waiting it out and waiting it out and waiting it out. Me going into this knowing what I know because of my past and everything, I'm really excited because this is something I've been wanting for a really long time. And knowing that it could possibly happen, it makes me so extremely excited and grateful and happy and everything else. Me and my man, we're still working on each other. We're still working on like us talking and all that. Knowing that here in the next 30, 60, possibly 90 days, things will be different, which that's exciting, but also a little nerve-wracking. I'm trying to vlog as much as I can about my journey for a lot of reasons, because I didn't get to do this the last couple times. I just thank God. Like, God is watching over me. God is watching over him. God is watching over my kid, my family, and everything else. I am so happy in my heart because this is something I have been wanting for a really, 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 really long time. And to know that it could be a possibility that I can possibly do what I gotta do, I'm happy about it. And I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, why are you being so vague? Why are you being so vague? I can't really go into full detail for a lot of reasons out of respect for the boundaries I have because of this. How do I say this, to say the least? I just thank God that I have put this in God's hands so far and everything's been looking up. And I know I don't give my man enough credit, enough respect at times, but I thank God each and every day that I have him. I thank God that he has stood by me through hell and high water. He has stood by me through everything I've been through. And like yesterday, okay? I had my boy yesterday. And it started out pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. As the night progressed, I had a little hiccup. My son kind of had a little meltdown. But for my man to stand up and tell him, hey, I love you like my own, and I will always love you because I love your mother, that right there showed a lot. And for me to see that as the mother to this kid, it just made me realize that there is good in a lot of people. There's always a good deed in a lot of people. There's always a person that has a good heart, a person that has an amazing spirit, so on and so forth. And for me to get to experience that with him, it makes me feel so much more joy in my heart. And to see us progress. Yeah, our relationship has not been perfect. Let me make that known. Our whole relationship has not been perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of fucking hiccups. And basically all that. But I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like what is pushing me with him is I've prayed for so many years. And I know I say this multiple times in probably a lot of my videos. But I have prayed for so many years for God to guide me to my husband. And I've known this man as friends, I think, going on close to 10 years, because I miscounted. Going on close to 10 years. I know I tell everybody I've known him for 6 years, but it's going on close to being fucking 10 years. And I feel like what makes us stronger together is that the way that we love each other, the way that we're so connected, and the way I have love for this man is something unique I've never had. And I know I do have tendencies with him. I do be fighting with him. I do argue with him. And so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, he knows exactly where my heart is. My heart is with him. And I know I've said in the past on a lot of my old channels that I've been in love with this person, been in love with that person. But those relationships did not work out for a lot of reasons. But mine and his journeys are so connected and so, like, weird that I feel like God brought us together because he knows that we both are meant to be with each other. And our journeys were the same. We went through the same shit at the same time and everything. I know he doesn't get enough, credit, enough respect, but he is the most, and I don't care if he sees this or watches this or whatever, but my man is the most amazing, selfless, open-hearted, sweet, caring, kind, loving individual that I know. He is the most amazing person that I could ever thank God for. And I fell in love with this man since day one when we started talking. I know we had hiccups and all that shit, but I feel like what brought us together stronger is the love that we have for, like, each other. And the way I look at this man with my heart, with my soul, with my strength, I love him to the moon and back, to the stars and back, to everything and back. And I know I'm a bitch at times. I will gladly admit that. And he knows I'm a bitch at times and all that shit. But for him to stand by me in a scary moment of my life, that showed me that I can trust him with my heart, trust him with my soul, trust him with my mind, my body, and everything. I know we've gone through shit together. We've had our moments. We've had our fights. We've had our arguments, we've had our stupidity, yada, 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 yada. And my family doesn't understand. Yeah, our relationship is unique. And I know I have things I still have to work on. And I'm fully aware of that. And the way I love this man with all of my heart, with all of my soul, it's like when we're mad at each other, we can't stay mad at each other. It's like we love each other that fucking badly. Like, my heart is so took by him. It's like the way I feel for this man, I can never get back. I should have known back then that he was the one that I needed. The one that I was supposed to be with. The one that I was supposed to, like, end up with, and a lot of the comments I've been getting as of recently, my journey with him has been a hell of a hellstorm. He's gone through shit, we've gone through shit as girlfriend and boyfriend, and as, very close to being, very close friends. Because that's what made us grow, like, stronger with each other and all that. And the way this man wears his heart on his sleeve every day makes me see him in a whole different light. And I want to let my guard down. I want to let my walls down. I want to be so in love with him that we don't have no problems. That we don't have no arguments, no fights, no nothing. And I want to grow with him in life and potentially if he ever changes his mind, which I hope he does, you know, I potentially want to marry him. I want to have a baby with him. I want us to grow together. And my heart is solely set on him. You know, yeah, I've done some stupid shit. You know, I'm fully aware of that. But at the end of the day, when you love someone, you let it go. And for me, last night, I heard the most amazing thing that I never thought I could have heard. He stood up to my son last night and he said, you know what? I do love you. I love you like you're my own. He's like, I do care about you. Because he's like, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't do what I do. And just to see him be that father figure, that father role for my child, that makes me love him, like, even more. Yeah, I was upset. I was in my emotions and all that shit. Yeah, I will gladly admit that too. But I love this man wholeheartedly, and he knows this. And we've been going through some things. I'm not going to go into it and all that because that's out of respect for me and him. But at the end of the day, he knows that he wakes up with me. He goes to bed with me. He comes home to me. I come home and be with him. And he knows this, and I know it too. And my love I have in my heart for this man will never change. The love I have in my soul for this man will never, ever change. And my family knows I'm madly in love with this man. I know I have my moments. I run my mouth. I say stupid shit. I blah, 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 blah. Oh, excuse me. And the way that we grow together, the way that we are together, the way that we love each other, that love is real. That love is unconditional. And the way I love this man wholeheartedly will never change. And it's been crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, this man has stood by me through thick and thin. He's held my hand. He's been there with me. He's stood by me through day in and day out. He's been there for me. He was there in my darkest day when I had to go through my operation. He was there with me, holding my hand, talking to me, and telling me in my ear. He's like, I am so proud of you. He's like, I love you more than you'll ever know. And for a man to openly sit there and do that to me shows me that he is a good person. That he is everything I've ever wanted. And I know I don't give him enough credit. I know I don't. And I know I sound like a damn ball going back and forth. I'm fully aware of that. But the way that I have love for this man in my heart, that'll never change. My son is my whole world. My son is my whole life. And to see my son bond with him last night was the most amazing thing I could have ever asked for. This man has grown with me, has, you know, shown me that he's this amazing, open-hearted individual. And I know I sound like shit now, but I can't blame him because with the weather changes and all that shit, I can't hold that on him. But I know I'm trying to vlog as much because the whole other reasoning, but I'm not gonna put that out there. But when I look at this man, I see myself with him. The first time we hung out, I knew instantly that he was the one, that he is my soulmate. He is the man that I want to spend the rest of my life with. The man that I want to grow old with. The man that I want to have good memories with. You know, and I know he's been through a lot, and I've stayed by his side through a lot. I've gave him good advice at times, and it's just, you know, I try not to be a jealous person too on top of it. And every girl in this world has jealousy actions, jealousy tendencies, and all that shit. Every girl does. I'm not even going to lie about that. But the way I look at him, I can't help it. I'm crazy in love with this man. I want to marry him. I want to take his last name. Like, I want to wake up and know that I'm madly in love with my husband. Because I have him in my phone as my husband. And I love this man with all my heart. I love this man more than he will ever, ever, ever know. And the way I love him will never change. The way that I'm madly in love with this man will never change. And today being my dad's birthday, which I thank God every day that I still have my parents. I thank God each and every day. Even though me and my parents, we have our ups and downs and all that shit. But I love both of my parents regardless. And I just wish that my parents could, well, my dad does, I know that, but the other one, she's a very complicated individual, let me tell you all that. She's complicated as fuck. And I'm not going to go into that much, but this week I'm hoping I should find out something. I'm hoping that I can get a good answer and all that. I'm hoping that we can get this process going and get it started and everything. So yeah, that's the update for today. Today is Sunday, so that's the most recent stuff I've got. Trying to find out if we're going to this benefit or not, but I don't know. So yeah, we'll talk to you later. Deuces.